We all have those days. You know the ones where you wake up feeling sluggish. The to-do list seems insurmountable, and the world feels heavy. You're stuck in a rut, a monotonous cycle of work. Eat, sleep, repeat. Maybe you're even asking yourself, is this all there is? I understand. I've been there. I've felt the weight of those days. The crushing feeling of being trapped in a life that wasn't truly mine. I yearned for something more. Something deeper. Something that would ignite that spark within me. But then, something shifted. It wasn't a sudden epiphany. Not a dramatic life-altering event. It was a series of small, intentional choices. 5 habits I adopted over the course of a single week. And let me tell you, those 7 days transformed my life in ways I never could have imagined. Habit 1, the miracle of morning. For years, I was a night owl. The allure of the quiet hours, the world asleep, was irresistible. But I was sacrificing precious morning energy. The time when my mind felt sharpest, my creativity most abundant. So, I decided to shift my schedule. I started waking up an hour earlier than usual. At first, it was a struggle. My body rebelled. My mind protested. But I persisted. I made a conscious effort to create a sacred morning routine. I began with a glass of water, a simple act that rehydrated my body and kick-started my metabolism. Then, I moved to gentle stretches, feeling the tension melt away from my muscles. Finally, I spent 15 minutes in quiet contemplation, reflecting on my intentions for the day, expressing gratitude for the blessings in my life. The results were astonishing. I felt more energized throughout the day. My focus sharpened, and my productivity soared. More importantly, I reclaimed my mornings. I was no longer a slave to the demands of the day. I was in control of my time, my energy, and my state of mind. Habit 2, the power of movement. For years, I had made excuses. I'm too busy. I'm not athletic. I don't have time. These were the voices in my head, holding me back from embracing the power of movement. But this week, I decided to silence those voices. I committed to 30 minutes of physical activity each day. It didn't have to be anything strenuous. A brisk walk in the park, a dance session in my living room, a yoga class, anything that got my blood flowing. At first, it was challenging. My body ached. My breath was labored. But as the days passed, I started to notice a difference. My energy levels increased. My mood improved. And my sleep quality significantly enhanced. More importantly, I discovered a newfound sense of self-worth. I was pushing my limits, challenging myself to be stronger, fitter, and more resilient. I was rediscovering the joy of movement, the sheer exhilaration of feeling my body come alive. Habit 3, the nourishing embrace of whole foods. For years, I had been a slave to processed foods, fast food, and sugary treats. I knew it wasn't good for me, but the allure of convenience and instant gratification was too strong to resist. This week, I decided to break free from that cycle. I committed to nourishing my body with whole, unprocessed foods. I filled my plate with vibrant fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. I cooked more often, experimenting with new recipes, savoring the flavors of fresh, wholesome ingredients. The results were profound. My energy levels soared, my digestion improved, and my skin glowed with a newfound radiance. But more than that, I felt a deep sense of connection to my body, a newfound respect for the incredible machine that kept me alive. I was no longer fueling my body with empty calories. I was providing it with the nourishment it needed to thrive. I was making a conscious choice to honor and respect my physical vessel. Habit 4. The art of mindful presence. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of thoughts, worries, and distractions. Our minds are constantly racing, jumping from one thing to the next, rarely finding a moment of peace. This week, I decided to cultivate mindfulness. I started with short periods of meditation, simply observing my breath, noticing the sensations in my body, without judgment or attachment. I also practiced mindfulness in everyday activities, such as eating, walking, and interacting with others. At first, it was challenging. My mind would wander, my thoughts would race, but with consistent practice, I started to notice a shift. I became more aware of my thoughts and emotions, more present in the moment. I was no longer a victim of my mind. I was the master of my own thoughts. Mindfulness brought a sense of calm and clarity to my life. I felt more connected to myself and the world around me, more grounded in the present moment. I was no longer living in the past or worrying about the future. I was fully alive in the here and now. 5 habits that changed my life in 1 week. For years, I had taken for granted the blessings in my life. I focused on what I lacked, on the things that were missing, rather than appreciating the abundance that surrounded me. This week, I decided to cultivate gratitude. I started each day by listing 3 things I was grateful for. I expressed gratitude for the simple pleasures in life, the warmth of the sun on my face, the taste of delicious food, the love of my family and friends. I also made a conscious effort to express gratitude to others, to acknowledge and appreciate their contributions to my life. The impact of gratitude was profound. It shifted my perspective, helping me to see the world through a lens of abundance and appreciation. It filled my heart with joy and contentment, reminding me of the countless blessings in my life. More importantly, gratitude fostered a sense of connection and compassion. I felt more connected to others, more empathetic to their struggles. I felt a deeper sense of purpose, a desire to contribute to the world in a meaningful way. The transformation. These 5 habits, seemingly small and insignificant, transformed my life in profound ways. They brought a sense of energy, vitality, and purpose that I had been missing for years. I felt more grounded, more centered, more connected to myself and the world around me. But the transformation went beyond the physical and mental. It was a spiritual awakening, a rediscovery of my true self. I realized that happiness wasn't about achieving external goals or accumulating material possessions. It was about cultivating inner peace, living in alignment with my values, and making a positive impact on the world. A call to action. I share my story not to boast or brag, but to inspire you to embark on your own journey of transformation. You don't need to make drastic changes or overhaul your entire life. Start small. Choose one habit, one tiny shift, and commit to it for a week. Perhaps it's waking up 15 minutes earlier, going for a short walk each day, or cooking one healthy meal a week. Whatever it is, make it a conscious choice, a commitment to yourself. And remember, consistency is key. Don't get discouraged if you slip up. Forgive yourself, learn from your mistakes, and get back on track. Every small step, every intentional choice, brings you closer to the life you truly desire. This is not just a journey of self-improvement, it's a journey of self-discovery. It's about uncovering your true potential, rediscovering the joy of living, and creating a life that is truly meaningful and fulfilling. So, I invite you to join me on this journey. Let's embrace these 5 habits, or create our own, and experience the profound transformation that awaits us. Let's live with intention, cultivate gratitude, and unleash the extraordinary potential that resides within us all.